Thank you for attending today's briefing. My name is Jane Leach, and I am proud to be the Executive Director of Future Ready Columbus. Future Ready Columbus is a nonprofit collective impact that is giving leadership with a team of Central Ohio partners to the development of a prenatal to age 5 plan to ensure that by 2030, all children in Franklin County will begin kindergarten ready for success. When children begin school ready, it changes their life trajectory. Joining me this morning is Franklin County Commissioner Marilyn Brown, Alex Fisher, President and CEO of the Columbus Partnership, Columbus Mayor Andrew Ginther, and Bishop Timothy Clark from the First Church of God. They have been tremendous partners during our early planning phase, and I look forward to hearing their thoughts about the collective work before us. In addition, I want to take this moment to recognize the hard work of the Future Ready Columbus Board of Directors and the members of the Early Childhood Advisory Council. Today, far too many of our children in Franklin County face racial and economic inequities that have a negative impact on their development. 90% of our brain develops in the first 5 years of life. Research has clearly demonstrated that children not ready for kindergarten do not read on track in 3rd grade, which is an important benchmark. They're far more likely to drop out of high school, face teen pregnancy, experience unemployment, and have negative lifelong health outcomes. Therefore, what happens early in life leaves a lasting impact on the learning, behavior, and health of our children, our community's children. My entire career has been dedicated to children, to their well-being and their education, right here in Central Ohio. Sadly, I have seen far too many children begin school not ready for the rigors of kindergarten. Learning gaps are readily evident, and these gaps grow over time, making school more challenging. The bottom line is, with the very rare exception, children who start behind stay behind. Let's hear from Franklin County Commissioner Marilyn Brown, an individual who is equal in her passion for a brighter future for our children.
As a mom and a grandma, what I've always wanted for my family was to have the best chance for a happy and healthy life. I want the same for every child in our community. Being ready for life starts with being ready to learn, setting the stage for kindergarten success and beyond. Lifelong success begins with high-quality learning. Today, only 40% of children in Franklin County are ready for kindergarten. This reflects racial and economic disparities in our community, yet it's more than that because we're seeing this disparity in learning in all of our communities throughout Franklin County. We must do better for Franklin County children. Just think, among today's learners could be the next inventor, the next big entrepreneur. When we have all children reaching their greatest learning potential, the entire community benefits. Today, we need your input to ensure our Franklin County children reach their full potential.
As leaders in the private sector, the Columbus Partnership has a unique opportunity to think about both the short-term and long-term opportunities that face our community. We're driving a relentless focus on economic growth and increasingly a focus and conversation around how that growth impacts all of the citizens of our community. In the short term, we've got to make sure that we've got individuals who are ready to go to work and that we have the jobs in the companies that are ready to hire those individuals. But over the long term, think about the kids that are coming into kindergarten. They're either ready or they're not ready. And if they're not ready for kindergarten, they're not going to be ready throughout their career in education. They're not going to be ready when they're graduating from high school for the jobs of the future. So our opportunity is really to think about the long term, to think about the investments that are critical to make in early childhood education, that make sure that we're preparing our workforce from the beginning, that we are putting our thumb on the scale and making sure that our kids are ready to learn, and that by being ready to learn, they're going to be ready for the workforce. That's why I'm excited about the efforts of Jane Leach, our leader at Future Ready Columbus, and these input sessions that are designed to get your ideas about how we improve the readiness of all of our kids in all of our neighborhoods from all of our zip codes. So appreciate everybody's engagement and your best ideas for the things that we can do to make sure every kid at every stage in their life is prepared to learn.
As many of you know, my vision for Columbus, America's Opportunity City, is that every 4-year-old in Columbus have access to a high-quality pre-kindergarten education. Unfortunately, what Commissioner Brown said is so true. Racial and economic disparities in the early years of our children's education do have a lasting effect, but we can change that. An investment in early childhood development, especially for disadvantaged children, can reduce these disparities. Quality early education helps prevent achievement gaps, reduces the need for special education, increases the likelihood of healthier lifestyles, lowers the crime rate, and reduces overall social costs. That's why I have prioritized expanding pre-kindergarten in our community. Through Early Start Columbus, we provided access to high-quality early learning programs to approximately 4,500 Columbus children over the last 6 years. But there's so much more to do. Our public-private partner, Future Ready Columbus, is already working and engaged in this work. They're creating a collective community-wide partnership that focuses on young children prenatal to age 5. This movement already has the support of many community members, including me. We know it's going to take everyone's help and input to change the trajectory of our children's future in Franklin County and ensure all children in Franklin County are kindergarten ready. We need everyone's involvement to ensure more of our children enjoy a brighter future.
This is Bishop Clark at First Church here in Columbus, and I am so excited. In fact, I am beyond excited. I am exuberant that I have this opportunity to lend not only my voice, but my support as well to Future Ready Columbus. There are a lot of things that I do in the course of a day, a week, a month, a year. There are many demands on me in my local congregation, in my denomination, and even in this city. But there are few things that I do that I have given my time to, my thoughts to, and in many ways my heart to, that excite me more than the work of Future Ready Columbus. I've said to people that those meetings that I attend are some of the best meetings of my year, because the people around those tables when we were meeting, and even as we virtually meet on Zoom calls, represent what is so good in and about Central Ohio. So many people have come, put their shoulders to the wheel and their hands to the plow to help make the vision, the dream of Future Ready Columbus a reality. You already know what that vision, that dream is. It is the vision, the dream, the hope, the aspiration that every child in Central Ohio, every child within our circle of influence will be ready to face the future and to impact the world and to live meaningful, fruitful, productive lives by the time they are 5 years old. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It took 5 seconds to count, but what those seconds represent, the first 5 years of a child's life, physically, emotionally, developmentally, matter more than we imagined years ago, and even more than we can even, with all of our research and study, comprehend now. There's a saying that we have at Future Ready Columbus. It's so true. No child's future should be determined, certainly in the negative, by their zip code. And what Future Ready Columbus seeks to do is to level the playing field and ensure that every child is ready before they enter kindergarten to live the most productive life that they can. Now, I know it looks like it was 100 years ago, but it wasn't. When I was 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, getting ready to go to kindergarten at PS 39 in New York, I still remember that day. In those days, kindergarten was half a day in New York, but I remember what it was like. And I look back on those moments as foundational, formational, fundamental interaction with students, the attentiveness of teachers. But it started in my home, started with my grandmother and my mother and my older sister, who encouraged me to read and helped me with writing and who taught me things. And that inquisitive nature that is still so much part of my life really had its roots in those formative years. Future Ready Columbus is one of the great things going on in our city, our county, in this area. I'm proud to be a part of it. And I want to encourage everyone to not only be concerned, but to be involved. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can impact lives. Together, we can ensure that every child, every son, every daughter of Columbus and Central Ohio begin their school education ready, primed, prepared because of what we've done at Future Ready Columbus. Ready by 5, facing an awesome future. Now that's a dream worth having.
You've heard a lot of challenging statistics and information, but we have a solution for our children and community, a plan called Future Ready by 5. It is a comprehensive plan that focuses on the whole child and research-demonstrated drivers that have a significant impact on a child's ability to be ready for kindergarten, and thus life. The following 4 drivers that come together in our early childhood system include health and behavioral health, families and communities, education and development supports, and a public and private infrastructure. Clearly, our system is broken, and we must fix it to ensure all children in Franklin County are ready for kindergarten success, recognizing that being ready for kindergarten leads to more positive life outcomes for children, families, and our community. We know from our partner city, Austin, Texas, that focusing on fixing the system works. In Austin, they started this type of change 9 years ago when only 45% of their children were ready for kindergarten. Today, 71% of their children are entering kindergarten ready for success. It's time to address our community's need to change. We call on everyone in Franklin County to have their voice included in this solutions-driven plan, Future Ready by 5, so more of our children are ready for kindergarten. Join me by going to our website, futurereadycolumbus.org, to respond to the short Big 5 questions, Indicate your willingness to participate or host a virtual or in-person community conversation, and to share the Future Ready by 5 website to rally your friends, family, and colleagues to participate in this important collection of ideas and feedback. After collecting the community's input, the final Future Ready by 5 plan will be announced in the summer of 2021. Today, I am more excited than ever about the future of our children in Franklin County. They are our future. Thank you for taking time to learn more about how you can be a part of our Future Ready by 5 planning process. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.